Alrighty, so on to the other model kit I was sent by YOLOPARK. Shout out to them. This is Scourge from Rise of the Beasts. And I definitely like the design of Scourge, and as you can see here on the box, the art design is the concept art Scourge, which the Studio Series went more in line with this design. I don't have the Studio Series, but it's interesting that the box art, it was the concept art, but then on the back, when you actually see the model and the model itself, it's the corrected version. So you look here, you see the shoulders and the neck. The shoulders were the concept shoulders, and the neck, which is more prominently looking like a sleeve, is not in the final movie. In the movie, the neck is a lot more like an actual neck, not like a helmet, dress. And the shoulders go down and they're more flat, as you can see here on the back. So, interesting. I just thought that was a little curious thing. And as you'll note, the model is all black, basically black and silver. So it is perfect for painting, which I can show off at the end of the video. Real simple rust stuff, and mine I could do a lot better. I need to go in and redo it, but I did custom paint mine real fast, real simple, and it looks awesome. But yeah, I received this one and the Minions one, and I just need to talk about both because honestly, both are of phenomenal quality. With this one, I'll tell you, for the price, you're getting an incredible model kit. Good height, good articulation, good build. Because, you see model kit, and I guess you might be thinking it's like a Gundam, where you're taking it off runners. But it's basically a pre-built figure, almost. You can tell that it came off a runner, so they've basically put most of it together for you. And you just put together, what's little left. And with this one, it does come with an alt face and alt hand, detachable sword blade on the arm, and you can do a lot of poses. There's a lot of flexibility. Even with the shoulders, when you're raising the arms up and down, the shoulders will move and the plates will move. It's honestly incredible. And this footage is actually from when I live streamed on TikTok. That's why I'm just redubbing audio over it. Unfortunately, it was odd when I went live on TikTok because I didn't say I was promoting anything, and they kind of restricted my live, which is very weird. But on my TikTok showcase, this is on there, and you can buy it for a discount. Because they have the first time customer deal, but then they also have like you buy it from my showcase and there's a little bit off. And right from pulling it out of the box, something I love extremely about this one, a little bit more than the Minions one, the instructions were very clear, and they set up the box in the most perfect way I could imagine. Basically, from top to bottom is how you will add all the pieces to the figure. Like the top of the box is the head, and then on the sides it's the shoulders, and it goes down arms, body, and so there's really no way to confuse anything because they've laid it out so perfectly for you. And kind of going through building here, the first thing I noticed is this figure model kit is not small. Just going from the head and chest, you get, again, I can't stress enough, an overall noticeable large figure, in my opinion. And what I like is the mouth is on a hinge, so you can give him the expression of, open mouth, closed mouth, alt head, and the two different arms. And so, again, everything was easy to put together. The pipes on the back. Now, would it have been kind of cool if he came with at least one of those spider things that come out of his back? Not that it has to come out of his back, but just to have one. I basically have his normal long finger hand looking like a spider on my shelf next to him. But yeah, there's neck rotation. You can rotate the feet, the legs, the arms. The fingers have their own hinges, so you can really articulate the hands. And as you can see here, everything is so simple to put together. I don't think there was one thing that gave me any trouble whatsoever. And as you can obviously see from here as well, there's so much detail put in, which they didn't have to do, but they did. You know, I don't know how easy it is to do molding and stuff like that, but I think they went above and beyond to add every little detail as many places as possible. And again, here you can see what's nice is you can have the articulated fingers, or you can have the cannon arm on. I decided to basically leave this on. I do need to paint the cannon. I painted the fingers, but I need to paint the cannon itself to give it kind of like that charging up or just fired state. I've never really painted anything like that, but it'll be something worth trying. And I think it looks, you know, obviously incredible. And I like that I can choose, just like with the blade arm here. It's fully detachable, so you don't have to have it on. There's nowhere to put it on him, you know, in case you didn't want it just sitting somewhere on the floor or by the figure. But you can do the hinged fingers and the blade arm, or the blade, no blade arm and the cannon blaster. I mean, you know, you have options. For me right now, I took the blade arm off, but kept the cannon arm to kind of just give it more flexibility. And as you can see here, you know, this is just one kind of pose, even though I don't have the legs on. I would love to get the Optimus Prime to pose them both together. I will tell you that. And the legs were already pre-built. You just add a couple of like the armor areas, and that's it. And yeah, you just slide the leg onto the peg. No issues. Everything feels sturdy is a big key takeaway from this. Nothing feels loose. You know, this ain't a master grade Verkaw unicorn, if you know about that one, where pieces just fly off. Every time you're trying to pose it, it feels like something's going to pop off or something. Everything on this feels very in place and not going to fall off. I think on the bicep, there's two little armor pieces that you put on. Those did keep popping off for me on both arms, so I super glued those in. I guess that's the only real quote-unquote issue, but it's a real simple fix. I mean, super glue's like $1. But yeah, as you can see, very, very nice. I got the alt head on the bottom there. You can actually take his faceplate off and it'll show his red eyes. If you shine a light through the back of his head, it actually glows his red eyes. It would be cool to modify it to fit a battery just small enough to like actually turn it on. But obviously, you know, this is a roughly, you know, $25 model kit, so you couldn't go too crazy. But I appreciate them for what they did. And so I'm going to do some size comparisons just so you kind of have an idea of the figure itself, model kit. I've got the Master Grade New Gundam. I've got a couple more too. So yeah, so that is the Master Grade New Gundam. Obviously I kind of have the knees bent, but there's the NECA Ash Williams from the Evil Dead. Roughly your standard like human-sized NECA figure. Not bad. You know, because in my opinion, I consider the 1 in 100 Master Grades to be a perfect size for shelf, both space and presence. So I'd say it's just a little bit bigger than a Master Grade, roughly like a 1 in 100 standard Gundam. So it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it has a shelf presence. And again, the more you paint it, you know, the more intense it's going to look, which I'll show here close to the end. But I just can't get over the value, you know. It's one of those things where, because it does always annoy me when people will showcase a product or something like that, and they're just doing it for money or, you know, free stuff, whatever. And for me, you know, having taken this on, they let me choose which one I wanted, and B, I'll be honest with you, if it was a crappy product, I would say I don't care if they stopped sending me stuff afterwards. This actually was better than I anticipated. I was expecting pretty good stuff, but it kind of shocks me, even with the Minion model kit, it kind of shocked me with how much they give you for the, in my opinion, cheaper price. Because a lot of companies nowadays, I feel like something like this from almost any other company would be 50 to 70 bucks or potentially more. Like NECA is always raising their prices like crazy. So for me to be able to get this for basically less than a lot of NECA figures, I think speaks volumes. And so I can feel glad and comfortable showcasing a product like this and not feeling scummy or anything, because it's genuinely an awesome model kit. And obviously I am a huge fan of Transformers, so I'm also a little biased there, but I'm thoroughly excited to see more from YOLOPARK. I hope, you know, I don't know how long the wait is, but if they can send me a couple more things to review and talk about, I am looking forward to it 100%. And yeah, I just threw in this fourth party Starscream just to get an idea. I mean, this thing is massive, the Starscream. But yeah, so I highly recommend buying it. It's on my TikTok profile showcase. You can get a discount. I think it's available just about any other store as well. It's just nice to, you know, get a little discount. Easy to paint. Honestly, if you wanted to paint it more thoroughly, you just paint it before you put it all together. All the pieces still pop off relatively easy, so you could also do that anytime to kind of give him like the glow in his chest and stuff, which I did not do. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it for me for this video. I'm going to just show a quick video of how I painted it. Obviously, again, it's not the best paint. I just did it real quick just to get, you know, something I want. I'm going to go back eventually and fix some parts, but I am pretty content with it. So until next time, take it easy. I'm out.